You know, we've been in the office for 2 years. We had to do a lot of good things to get here, but what sticks out to me is people said we would never make it here. When we started, everyone doubted us. They said we weren't smart enough. They said we weren't talented enough. They said I wasn't tall enough. That helped me grind every day. Those comments, the ones you're seeing on the screen in particular, that's the reason we're here.
I'm reporting to you live from the BDGE headquarters. Groundbreaking news. I had to wear a maid costume for a Deal or No Deal.
On Christmas Day, my mom asked me if I had Tourette's because I kept saying, Hank, what are you going to do?
And you only need to see from here down from Dixon. This is something I'm proud to wear. I really am a plant. I think that's why I like plants so much, because I relate to them.
Straight up. That's going to be the fucking intro of the vlog right there.
Pause for Blue Chew, which we officially now have a promo code for. Code BDG. Get yourself first month free of the chew.
Been wrong, I've been down.
You could probably get pretty good head from a
What are you feeling right now?
Sure.
Wow, man.
Why do you build me up, buttercup baby, just to let me down?
Alright, Monday, February 26th, 27th. I don't really have much to talk about today. Today in the deep work session, I cooked up a new game for the trivia channel. It's not like brand new, I didn't invent the fucking light bulb, but the game we will be trying to run back in it is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I think that's the name of the game. Do you want to be a millionaire? However the fuck the phrase goes. Millionaire in the making. Are you a millionaire? Whatever it is. That is a game I'm cooking up to kind of replace Are You Smarter Than Gut? Because Are You Smarter Than Gut lately, I'm not gonna lie, I just haven't been putting out the best questions for my contestants. They've been flopping. But the coolest things I'm excited about, the way the game works, I will be the host and there will only be one contestant. That contestant will be given 14 questions, and if they answer all 14 correctly, they win $1 million. But instead of us winning anything, we're gonna have it to where if the contestant completes the trivia, the viewers, the fans, you guys will be given the reward. So like if you guys are watching and you see Nick answer all 14 questions, that means we will be doing a giveaway of some sort. What that giveaway is, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if it's a jersey, I don't know if it's merch, I don't know if it's just a straight clean Benjamin, straight $100. One of you will be getting something. That is pretty cool because it gives you guys an extra reason to want to watch. I think it'll be a fun game for us because we have something on the line technically. We want to do it for our fans. We just want to, even if there's no prize involved, it's trivia. We want to see, do we know ball or not? So I'm kind of excited to launch that game this past week, excuse me, let me talk in order. We cooked up our first ever commercial with Blue Chew. That was pretty fun.
You know, recently my trivia game's been really soft, and it's been something that's bothering me. The guys are ratting on me. My girlfriend broke up with me. The comments say I don't last long. I've honestly had enough of it. It's time for a change. It's time to dial in.
All right, boys, in week 4 of the 2007 season, Brian Greasy threw a 15-yard touchdown to who against the Detroit Lions?
Bruh, well, how are we supposed to fucking know that?
Mush Muhammad.
Bang!
Dude, that is a deep pull.
There's no way you had that shit in your bag.
When trivia gets hard, you get harder.
For the game, in Lamar Jackson's career, how many rushing yards does he have against the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Dude, these questions are
What
way
are
too
these
hard.
questions?
This is ridiculous.
262. Bang!
It's not.
What in the world is that? Oh, what is that? What is that?
Stay dialed.
This is why your ball knowledge was so deep.
This is how you're getting all the hard questions, right?
That's how I get all the harder questions.
Unreal erectile performance on trivia today.
Tired of your girlfriend saying you don't go deep enough? With ball knowledge, of course. Hit her with the Know You. Blue Chew. Use code BDGE.
Been wrong, I've been down, been to the bottom.
Shout out to Joe behind the camera for editing that and cooking up and doing a lot of the heavy lifting. Shout out to Joe, he needs some love and appreciation. It was fun. I want to make more commercials, and I'm trying to come up with a commercial idea for Underdog Fantasy. You guys know who the fuck that is by now. They're our biggest sponsor. I'd like to throw in a commercial for them in this new Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game, so I wrote that script up in deep work. It was a pretty good deep work session today. A lot of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire talk, commercial talk. I think that's about it. I think that's all she wrote. Hank.
Kids, yeah. I'm just tired when they hating on me. people tend to think all the drinks on me. I don't even have the money to spend to buy Patron for you and all your friends. Baby, I be on my grind, rain, sleet, snow, rolling up good every place we go, cause we try and get high, get high, get high, get high.
Or
You take that one.
west side.
We're going to a merch manufacturing shop right now with a bunch of blanks. We got our designs nailed down that we want to put on them, and we sent them over to them, and they're going to print out a bunch of different sizes. We're going to throw them on the blanks just to get initial samples, and then once we feel super comfortable with like 2 or 3 different designs, then we're going to mass scale, mass production, sweatshop type stuff. And we're going to sell them to you.
Is the intern making all of them?
Making all of them?
He's gonna have to hand press each one.
Not hand pressed, but he'll definitely be the one carrying the boxes to the store from now on. Maybe after like 3 or 4 trips, I'll get him an Uber. It'll be like a reward system. For every 4 trips, you get an Uber kind of thing, you know? I'll create an app just for the intern walking over. Yeah, it's gonna be.
How far is the walk?
I wouldn't say it's relatively close. It's almost 2 avenues, 8 blocks.
Know the bullshit and all the problems, but we too gone to see a little bit of this and a little bit of that. We proceed to give them what they need. Just waking up, thinking it's stoned. Rub my eyes and check my phone. Open up the fridge to make some waffles, but no more sip left in my bottle.
I think as long as we can pull the designs up on the computer or something, we can figure it out for the most part. So basically, we'd want all of these printed out relatively around these sizes that we have, give or take like maybe, you know, I'm not sure exactly what that size is, but maybe one size smaller and one size bigger as well, so we can kind of experiment on the shirts.
Oh, okay, I get it
This one's
now.
that one, so we want it that size, that one's that one, that size. These 2, I believe, are going on the arm sleeve there. I actually think we're probably going to go relatively big. I think that one's probably underselling how big we want it.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be like a back design. So we want it almost like.
And then when you guys come, we can press them together.
Okay. Do you mind if we leave these blank
Yeah,
here?
let's stay here. No problem.
She was like.
I didn't realize I was talking to her.
She was too.
waiting.
Good, I guess. We'll see. Kind of feels like when you put a huge order in at McDonald's and you're expecting something to be fucked up.
Drop it off with scrambled eggs. Hey, gotta work what you got. Hey, gotta work what you got. Supposed to be in class, but I ain't going. Let's chill on the couch. See what's on the telly, girl. We won't leave the house. Can you stay away?
All right. Today is March 1st, brand new month. Leap day, leap year is officially over. New era, new me. Every new month of the year, we're just evolving. We're just getting better. That's how BDG works. Big dogs got to get better.
It's been a good week. I'm not sure why this week is any better than any other ones in particular, but I'm feeling a good energy in the office right now. I think everyone's starting to feel springtime coming into play. What happens in New York during like winter, spring is there's this transition, but it's fake for like 3 or 4 times. It'll be winter and like you just start to get used to being like life being terrible. And then all of a sudden there'll be like a 56-degree day. Everyone loses their fucking minds and everyone's like, spring's here. And then like the next day it's 22 degrees again. And that'll happen like 3 or 4 more times.
Me and JMO officially launched our gaming channel. First video is live. By the time you see this video, the second video should be live. It's actually me coaching JMO. So if that's something you're interested in, me yelling at JMO for 20 minutes to get better at Madden, definitely go check that out. It is a fun video. I had a lot of fun making it. JMO had a lot of fun doing his best to win the game. All that sort of stuff, ton of prizes all throughout there that you can win as an audience member. So make sure to go check out that video. It should be a ton of fun. And if you like that sort of type of content, leave a subscribe. Anyway, officially met with the Combine people. I think last video I said I was meeting with them. I met with them on Tuesday. The Combine, like, we got everything rocking now. We have the location. We have the money for setup stuff. We have the uniforms coming in. Yes, there's going to be tighty whities on the field. I am hype for the tighty whities. Got to get them quads looking juicy. Everyone here skips leg day, except for me and Joe. Dub. Yeah, see? So me and Joe hit a lot of legs. Everyone else, no legs in sight. Deadass. So it's gonna be a lot of ass coming from me and Joe on that side. Anyway, I still don't have a 6'3" girlfriend. So we can re-emphasize this. I'll say it louder into the mic. I still don't have a girlfriend. And that's fine. What'd you say, Casey?
L.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take that out. But I'll hold it like high. I mean, I just got out of a relationship not too long ago, so for me, it's not a big deal. I know a lot of people in the comments of the last vlog were like relatable. And I was like, we have so many lonely men in the comments below. Guys, go on a date. Get on a dating app or something. Go find a woman. Go outside.
So the biggest news from me is that by the time you guys are watching this episode, we are going to be doing another round of interns. Realistically, we're just looking for one person.
Could be you in the camera watching this right now, you on the other side of this YouTube screen. As we're making these vlogs and making more content, we are going to possibly be hiring a brand new intern out there that can come in during the weeks, mainly like 2 or 3 days a week, just to like capture us yapping about football, just yapping about our everyday life.
Help Joe out with the vlogs and help BDG grow their betting channel during the season. It's going to be a lot of live streams, both for not just the betting channel, but also for the fantasy football channel. So I was thinking that they could be here Monday, Wednesdays to help vlog with stuff during the season. Maybe that pivots to like Sunday, like one of those days would turn into a Sunday during football season. The other part of their role, I guess, is more discussion of the BDG Bets channel, but any thoughts on that?
I'm open to it. I think it's definitely a role that is specific enough and something that I think we probably need more of. Because, going back to the conversation we had where it's like, are we doing another round of interns? Not something I'm opposed to, but where we're at in our business, I think we are. Anyone we add from this point forward is added for a specific reason, I don't think we're necessarily looking for general players anymore. So if we have a clearly defined role, which I definitely think we need a little bit more help with vlog footage throughout the week, I'm open to that if we find the right candidate.
Just the vlog is kind of half of it. The other half, I have them helping with like live streams and stuff.
Gonna have them be talent on the betting channel, or more so like editing?
No, more like editor, producer, and then I think that like they can help. Some content that I want to do for the betting channel is like kind of vlog stuff that wouldn't necessarily go back on the betting channel. Like I want to have vlog footage of Sunday football. It ties into a bunch of different things, really.
Any open candidates that have experience with camera work, you don't have to be up to Joe's levels. Very high bar, obviously. Yeah. We really just need someone to capture spontaneity of a lot of day-to-day things that happen in the office, because Joe's only here on Fridays, but Monday, Wednesday, we're all in the office, so we'd love extra help with that. And then someone to produce some live stream stuff or, help with other behind-the-scenes stuff. I think that stuff is definitely more teachable. I think that's a pretty easily pick-upable skill.
Someone who's good with YouTube live streams, someone who can work a camera, has a little bit of familiarity with Adobe Premiere and Photoshop. So if you're in the area, you have skills in that area, we'll probably link down the application below, so you should go check that out. Become part of the BDG team. Huge dub.
You're not going to be on camera much, so don't expect like, oh, I'm going to come on and be on the trivia channel, but you are going to come on and obviously work with us behind the scenes. Still is a really fun job. As someone who works behind the scenes, that's like 90% of my job is editing. It's still a fun time, obviously, here. You'll find your way onto the camera eventually.
You do have to live in the office to work here. That is a requirement. Every intern has to do that. I did that. Sexy did that. You do too. You're no exception. We will see. Could be you. Today in the office, we talked about a lot of important shit. We're talking about partnering with some new companies.
We also had our meeting with BetMGM. Definitely looking to dive into something a little bit more concrete in the sportsbook range, whether that be with you guys or whoever it may be. So we had a good meeting with League Safe as well. Me, Sexy, and JL are working through a deal with them because Sexy actually like hired a dude for the Discord to set up an automated bot to fill the Dynasty leagues, which he did really well, and they're all set up to go. So now we're trying to partner with League Safe to make them like the official payment platform of our Dynasty leagues. And I sent them over a proposal last night, and they're looking through it now. So I think that's go pretty well. And I also had to call it the Pickett guys, and they seem to have some money to spend now. They just raised another round of funding.
We have some room to receive money.
So what is their deal like?
Pay us a fuckload of money.
No, I know that, but it's like for like someone who were to use our code or whatever, they would incentivize, or would we just be promoting them?
You can't pay for things for members, but that wouldn't. I don't think that would be our thing. I think they're looking for more promotion. They're actually what they want to do is get more into like lifestyle content, and they were saying they actually have tickets for March Madness at Barclays, and they're like, we'll bring you guys. Like, we don't have any content for you right now, Pickett, but like
if we sign with BetMGM, that will align with your guys' product. So
Yeah.
if we can parallel those two together and have them kind of launch at the same time, I think that would be.
When would that go live?
Talking about making a BDGE betting channel.
That is something I'm really excited about. Hopefully I can be on for a little bit. We're talking about maybe having me do some TikToks for NBA stuff. That would be really cool.
So I've kind of been going back and forth on like, do I want to keep it to football? The only reason why I think I'm leaning towards not keeping it just football is because I think if we were to attack like basketball and baseball, we would just get an early start. And then that way, when football season comes around, we can have a little bit of a baseline. But that's kind of the only reason why I want to do football or baseball and basketball, if that makes
I
sense.
also think like on the betting channel, you could do like best ball live streams, and that's still betting.
Yeah.
And that's happens in basketball and baseball.
I guess that's fair. I definitely don't know enough about basketball to be talking about it at all.
Yeah.
Baseball would be like a stretch.
What I'm saying is like I think the NFL starts early enough with season-long props and best ball to where you could start.
You could start early. I think,
Like,
especially if
draft time, probably early MVP picks.
yeah. Like
So
early
Just have
conference.
JMO on.
Yeah, so I do think like at the latest, like July, because best ball, like drafts will definitely be going on. And then I do have, like I said, like team previews that I want to do through July and August.
I think we could start earlier than July though.
I think so too. There's
Like-
probably stuff up now, and we don't even need to be partnered with anybody, honestly, to fucking just rip those lines. But
That's fair.
you know, there's like next year's Super Bowl, next year's all that kind of shit's probably up there. It literally could be once a week to just like, I'm talking about just like getting the
Right.
floor foundation.
No, that's fair.
Obviously, I do that for my own channel now. I know a lot of you guys see me over there if you are into betting or you're degenerates like I am. Good time. Win a lot. We right now, as of today, Friday, March 1st, I am on a crazy fucking streak on my TikTok videos. I've swept 4 of the past 5 vids and 3 of the past 3 dubs. So hopefully we can keep growing the bankrolls. And with the betting channel, Tony can help grow your bankroll. Nick can help grow your bankroll. I don't know if he's ever going to be on it, but if he does, he can help grow your bankroll. JMO with the season-long props, help grow your bankroll. Dubs all around. Joe, help grow your bankroll. Casey, been growing the bankroll. Ain't that right, buddy?
It is Tony's 2-year anniversary with the company. He got a contract to renew, and he got an extension. I don't need to throw any big words in there. He got an extension. I think he got a max contract. After your rookie deal is usually when you get paid. So I'm pretty happy for him for that.
Yeah, I got an extendo. I got an extension.
Market breaking, like, is he the new Patrick Mahomes, like 10 years, $450 million? I don't know if it's that long term or if it's more like Lamar, like 5 years. We'll keep you while you're in your prime in your 20s. I don't know the details, but
It's funny. I don't even think we agreed on like certain terms. We were just like, everything for the most part is good. We're just gonna keep doing what we're doing. So I signed a lifelong contract here like 3 years ago, whether Nick liked it or not. You know, I was just kind of like, you can't get rid of me. You can stop paying me, but you can't get rid of me. Although if you did stop paying me, like I'd probably die. So in some aspect, you would have gotten rid of me. I'm putting together a March Madness bracket. It's not really a bracket. It's more of a tournament.
We should definitely have some sort of March Madness internal bracket, or like do it through Discord and have some like cool ass fucking prizes for first place, whatever it is. So I want to incentivize, like, if we're just doing a March Madness watch party, like, I'm not gonna give a fuck. But if there's something on the line, then I probably will.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we obviously have brackets for that. I'm just saying add that to like a list of something like at the end that we could make content around.
Yeah. I don't know when.
Barclay.
Yeah, I don't know if that's first round, second round,
It's
or
round 2.
Oh,
I
it's
just
round
don't.
2?
It's round 2. I don't remember exactly what day it was. Days.
I mean, once we figure that out, then we can align that with the vlog, probably.
We did this a few years ago when it was just the 4 of us originally in the office. There's about 8 of us in the office that I think are going to take part of it.
challenge within the office. We're gonna make some content around that. We might go to a March Madness game. That's pretty cool. That's coming up. I don't really watch college basketball, but when I say I don't really watch, I don't watch a fucking lick of it. Like, not at all. But they're super into it, so maybe that'll get me going to learn some fucking college ball. That should be fun. I think March Madness starts in about 2 weeks from now.
I'm stoked for it. I've watched a okay amount of college ball. I would say I'm like intermediate ball knower right now, but when it gets like closer to it, probably like the next week, I'm really gonna dive into all the analytics side of it. That's kind of how I normally do March Madness. Really just go fist first, straight in the entire thing, you know?
Bust through that one. And you just got to keep hammering ceiling.
And really dive into all the stats and numbers and all those like crazy things you see of how they can be projected to be a top team if they don't have this defensive rating, blah, 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 blah. Those are the kind of nitty gritty numbers I like personally. So we're probably going to do a lot of that. The bracket, like, I'm not good at. individual matchups I am good at, if that makes sense. Like predicting long term who the fuck's gonna win, no fucking clue. Like, but you give me a game to break down, normally I hit. In all my brackets I lost though. Like I lost, and I came in like dead last in all the brackets. But whenever it came down to actual the betting part of it, like I smoked. So like maybe I can combine those two this year and just be mid. But you know, it's better than being ass at one. So we'll see.
So that's going to be an interesting vlog that comes out in maybe like a month. Keep your eye out for that.
As I'm saying this, kind of thinking about Tony, like watching Tony really like step into his zone a little bit right now. I think he's kind of been on the cusp of it for a long time, and I think something I could have done better maybe is to push him to be more of a leader in here. And I think he kind of naturally has that. One, you know, we've been in here now for 2 years. We've had an office space officially for 2 years as of March 1, which is when we're recording this, which is kind of mind-blowing. We're in the second office now. The first office was a 2-year lease, but
Officially 2 years. This is an anniversary of some sort. I remember 2 years.
You're right. This is 2 years of us being BDGE Media Incorporated. Ain't that something?
2 years of being sex partners. How we done?
Great. All right, so
Like Tony's been in the office since we've had it, and obviously we've had different personalities and people be in places and whatnot, and
there's been a lot of growth in the last 2 years. We had our first office, which was a really nice place. It's all emptied out now. Made a pivot to this bigger office. Brought in the guys from Snapback, come share this place with us. Added some people throughout the years. Now got Gut, now got JMO. Sexy's full-time. JL's here, Joe's here. We got some Dynasty guys. The team's actually grown a lot now that I really think about it. It's always inspiring thinking about like 3 years ago, even before BDG started, when it was just Nick in his apartment. And I was like living all the way up in Upper Manhattan, and I would take like a 30-40 minute subway ride to meet him at his apartment every day, and I would just kind of watch him work on BDG, and I would just sit there with a camera filming him literally work on his computer doing nothing. Yeah, it's fun thinking about those moments and how far we've came since then.
Tony's now pretty much like the longest tenured BDG person, I think, which is kind of wild considering he's, I think, 26 years old, 25. And he's like the second oldest in the office besides me as it relates to BDG, which is probably a problem in its own right. I feel like a renewed energy from Tony, which I'm excited to see him really like step into a leadership role amongst the younger dudes, as well as him taking these things onto his plate. And he's always been someone who's worked really fucking hard. There's literally never been once in the 3 years since I've been working with Tony that I've been like, hey, can you do this? Hey, can you help me out with this? Hey, doesn't matter what time of the day, doesn't matter what fucking day of the week it is. I've never once even felt any sort of pushback. There's no excuses, there's no complaining, there's no hesitation on anything. Kid just gets it done. I think realize that he's gonna do whatever it takes, but I need to like direct him in the right path to really like hopefully unlock his true potential, which is extremely evident to me. And again, he's young, right? Again, 25, 26.
You always have that like thought in your head that like, oh, we'll make it. Like one day we'll get a bigger office. One day we'll get more people helping out. Our team will grow. We'll be able to produce more and better content. And then just kind of slowly over time, it happens. And then you get to a point where you can kind of look over your shoulder, look at the past and be like, oh yeah, I remember when we used to do that. I remember when, you know, we were only this big and now we're bigger, I guess. It's fun. It's funny seeing the transformation of everything, you know?
I look around and it's easy to compare yourself to people in the, you know, in the world and on social and stuff like that. And people by the age of, you know, 27, 28, 30, 35, like really, really impactful things in the world, right? Like I think when you're 21, 22, 23, you could tell yourself like, oh, I'm just like working hard and like good things will come eventually. I look at a lot of things that have been done in the world that are extremely impactful, or people that have really changed the way that the world works while they're 27, 29, 31 years old. And I'm like, now is the time to like put the fucking pedal to the metal, you know? And now is the time to change the world if you want to. And now is the time that if you have something that you have a message to get out there, like you're not going to be 40 when you deliver the message. You're not going to be 50. Maybe you are, but like people have done it at this age. And I think we are all entering that phase together where it's like, I want to change the world, like straight up, you know? And that's always kind of been my mindset when I started this thing. I think we're finally forming into a group that's moving in the right direction. So really proud of the guys, really, really, really am. Everything that we've been through the last few months for some of the guys, few years for other guys, it's been a lot of fun. And I genuinely feel like we are just getting started, and I hope I feel that way in 5 years. I hope I feel that way in 10 years, and I think I will. It's been a pleasure working with everybody in the office for sure. It's been a lot of fun. We have locked down the venue for the live trivia event this summer, which will be on July 13th. We will put tickets up for sale probably over the next like month or two, so stay tuned for that. If you guys want to come out and watch a full tournament, we're going to put together 6 teams, 6 different brands, companies. It'll be BDGE, it'll be Snapback, it'll be Underdog. We'll probably pull in some other cool, maybe if you guys watch like Nerd Sesh on TikTok, they're probably going to be here. We'll got some other cool competitors in there for you guys. I found the trivia venue that we're going to do the live event at. It's the Ainsworth. It's less than a 10-minute walk away. I think we could hold a solid $150 in there. I'm going to try to lock up the teams. I think I'm going to lock up the date of July 13th. This is a Saturday.
Sexy in it?
Will
Come on.
dial in.
Do the right thing, Will.
So the venue's there. I'm going to try to lock down the teams. I'm probably going to need help from you guys in terms of thinking through a couple ideas for how I want to lay out the actual tournament. Different ways to just make it fun and engaging, and different ideas that I think we could really just like bring to life.
Should we all get blackout drunk there just to make sure it's a good venue? J-Mo, thoughts?
J-Mo says yes.
J-Mo's down.
We're going to sell tickets. Can't come into the live event. It's going to be at a bar in New York. So we're going to have the tournament. We're all going to hang out and fucking probably get blitzed afterwards. It's going to be a fucking plague out there. So that'll be really fun. I'll keep you posted on that. July 13th. Keep that open on your calendar. Got the venue down for it. And that was something that was like kind of weighing on me a little bit, like trying to find the right venue for it. But I don't want to like go crazy with it because we're going to fuck up the first time a bunch. So it's like, let's just do our best, see what comes of it, and learn for the next time around.
The one thing I wanted to come in this vlog to talk about, though, that needs to be addressed is that tonight, me, Nick, Joe, and Tony are going to see Dune Part 2. It's a new movie that came out in theaters. It came out today, I believe. The reviews on this movie are literally through the fucking roof. Like, it is getting GOAT comparisons. It's getting compared to Shawshank Redemption. It's getting compared to The Dark Knight. Like, Dune 2 is getting the highest reviews IMDb has ever had in like the history of its database. So the hype is through the roof.
Seeing Dune 2 tonight, which I am fucking fired up about. I love Dune 1. I don't know why, but when I watched it, I was like so locked in. I know a lot of people found it boring, and I was like,
It never really clicked. It was kind of one of those things I turned on, and then like an hour and a half later, I'm like, I don't know what's happening. And to be fair, I wasn't like really tuned in. I wasn't really watching. I was being distracted by my phone.
I don't know. Maybe I just appreciate fun things. I appreciate art, and some of these peasant brain people just cannot lock in.
Dune 1 was definitely one of those movies you have to like dial in for. And so I could not tell you a single character name, single plot thing that's happened. I have no clue. I'm not ready for Dune 2, no. To be honest, Dune 1 might have actually like lowered my expectations for Dune 2. And I'm sure Dune 1 was great. I don't know. Last night, it just never clicked in.
Can't dial in for 2.5 hours. Really makes me sad. I take back everything I said about Tony 5 minutes ago. Okay, can't fucking dial in. Everybody in the office, that should be fun. You know, J-Mo, I think he said his goal was to see like 2 movies with everybody this upcoming year.
Before the new year, I said a goal of mine was that as a company, I wanted to go to 2 movies or more together. That was a 2024 goal for me. And we're going tonight. But we are about 50% way through the goal, only 2 months into the new year. We're on pace, technically, 2 months into the new year, about to have 1 movie down, 2 months or 12 months. We're on pace to see 6 movies together. I don't know if we could keep that pace up, but we are on pace to destroy that 2 movie mark goal. I haven't brought that up to them because I know that's going to annoy them, kind of bug them that I even care about it that much, but it's got me hyped. Team chemistry, super important. Watching movies together, watching movies with the boys, it's important.
I don't know if I want to give him credit for this because I feel like this was more of a me, you know, taking control of this thing, and I will probably never do this again as it relates to movies, but Dune 2 about to be a movie. No pun intended. We can do Dune 3. That's got to be in like 3 years.
I'm probably going to watch like a TikTok recap of like everything you need to know before watching Dune 2. That's going to be me. I'm such a fraud. But you know that Zendaya makes a movie, like Nick's buying everyone tickets to go watch as a crew, as a company. Nick's renting out the theater for Zendaya. He's going to like tweet about it and at her and try to flex on her being like, you know, I took my entire company out to see your movie.
Dune review.
Just got out of the greatest movie of all time. It was pretty good. Is it worth the hype? Yes. Is it the GOAT? No. It's like good. It's fair to say it was a strong 8 for me. Just like strong. Like that doesn't mean we gotta like hold it up to the like Shawshank, Pulp Fiction, I don't know, whatever the other goats are. But positively, worth watching. One movie down with the BDGE crew. Pretty good. Definitely sets up for part 3. Austin Butler's character, whatever the fuck the character's name was. You know,
I have no idea. How they said his name? They might have said his name
dude,
one.
he was pretty badass. Probably my favorite character. A couple good twists in there.
What do we think?
I'll give it a hard 8.2.
All right. I think that's the overwhelming consensus.
I want to watch it again, like at home. I think.
Yeah.
Our seats were tough to watch from.
I had to keep like
with the way
looking.
it was cut
Yeah.
off.
The last hour and a half of that movie,
Very
solid.
Very good.
First hour, I was like, all right.
I have a date tonight, maybe. We'll see how it goes. Still don't have a girlfriend though, so